But this also leads me to, let's talk a little bit, because this guy's been everywhere. All of a sudden, Maxime Bernier. I wanted to get your take on Maxime Bernier. We haven't heard from him. If he wanted to chirp up earlier and go, "Hey, everybody, I'm running," he's not running. He's not actually running. But now he's adding another cog in the wheel to Pierre.
What do you mean he's not actually running? What do you mean?
He's not running for prime minister right now.
Oh, he's running for the PPC. They're in it.
PPC, but because he's not running to be the prime minister. He's just sort of getting a little bit more press for the PPC, but he's not put his hand up.
He's not seriously in the race, is what you're saying.
He's not in
right?
the race, because I heard him say on that PBD show that he's like, no, well, not this time, but maybe in 2029 I will run. Whatever. I will take it seriously. So he's not doing it now. But so I'm loath to share PBD, but I will.
I like PBD.
He's okay. He pissed me off when he interviewed a sex abuse survivor and then confronted her really badly. I did a video about that. And
I saw that one, yeah.
I didn't like that.
Immigration. Okay, so in Canada, we have mass immigration right now, and that's destroying our social fabric. We had more than 1.2 million foreigners coming to our country.
Saw that.
And for a country of 40 million people, that's a lot. Actually, the growth of our population last year was 3.2%, and the average growth of population in the Western countries was 0.2%. And 97% of our population growth is coming from immigration. So if you go like that for a couple of years, that's the replacement, theory, but in practice in Canada. So for him, he's not speaking about that. He's okay with mass immigration like the Liberals. And we are not. We are the only party that is saying we need to have a pause on immigration, a moratorium on immigration, because, that is affecting economically Canadians. Our standard of living is going down. Inflation is up. And we have ghettos in our country. People are not integrating into our society. So it's a big mess, and we need to have that pause. So what I'm telling you is pandering to the ethnic communities like Trudeau. So Poilievre is doing the same game, because in some ridings in Canada, to win and to have a majority, in Toronto, for example, there's a lot of ridings over there, a seat over there, more than in Alberta. So, and that region, there's a lot of immigrants, and they want to have more of their friends coming to Canada. So Poilievre is pandering to them to be sure to win these ridings, knowing that the majority of the population don't want that mass immigration anymore.
He has been on, where did we go? He has been on Alex Jones and Viva Fry and lots of little podcasts and big podcasts. He's been everywhere. And he is going around saying this, but he is carving up Pierre pretty good here. Now, what do you make of the timing of this? Why is he speaking now? The election is imminent. Carney is in, why now? Why is he?
Well, that's exactly why now. It's the election, right? I mean, the thing about Max, and this is what I asked a couple of months ago, is, you're always hearing from the Conservatives, whether there's an election campaign or not. Same thing with the Bloc, even the Greens. And okay, I get it. They've got seats in the House of Commons, and so that gives them a little bit more of a voice than the People's Party of Canada that doesn't have any seats yet. But where does Max go when there is no election? He should be speaking all the time, everywhere all the time, whether there's an election campaign or whether there's not. Is the same for all politicians, is that they cannot seem to get out of their own way. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And in this case, Max is a problem out west because of the French accent, maybe, and once again, I mean, there's some people who are going to probably hate on me for that, but also the fact that the people, there's a certain element of PPC supporters. We call them the PPC bros. And so you go on social media and you talk about the PPC bros, or you just talk about politics in general and you say, well, the PPC doesn't really have a chance to win, so you got to vote Conservative, especially now with the Liberals showing up so well and all that. And the PPC bros will come on and they will attack you. It's probably happening right now in the comments. I haven't looked, but it's probably like all the PPC bros going to speak up and say, "Oh, it's not true," blah, blah, and they'll get mean and aggressive and rude and hateful, and that does not win friends and influence people. You know,
Yeah.
I think all of us have pretty much had it with that kind of rhetoric in the past 5 years, right?
Yeah, like I almost feel like him speaking up is not really helping things now.
Well, what
But
other podcast was he on down there in the States? He was on PD.
Alex
Was he on
Jones,
Jimmy? Alex Jones? Was he on?
Jimmy
Was he on Jimmy
Dore,
Dore?
my friend Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on Jimmy Dore. That's cool. I thought that was
Yeah,
great.
I know. Hey, I don't know.
Excellent.
I was so nice. I don't even, they're just really nice people and they're just so gracious to have me on. Half the time I get nervous and fumble, right? But like
You
he,
do great.
oh, thanks. He, he was on there and he talks a lot of sense, right? Like he's a good speaker, Maxime. He's not a stupid person.
No.
And we don't want this much immigration. We want our healthcare system to be better, maybe something more European, a blend between socialist healthcare and American healthcare. We want, he's got good ideas on those things, and those are things he's talking about. So sometimes I say, you and Pierre should get together and form a coalition.
I will not do that. I will not do that. I will not. I will not let that happen. We will never. Don't see eye to eye. That's not a real conservative party.
Well, then
right?
he's never going to get anywhere. He's going to be doing this forever. Like,
here's the thing about
ally.
Max. I like Max. And I've said that over and over again. I like him. I like his policies. But can you name somebody else in the People's Party? Anybody?
No, not off the top of my head. No.
Okay. So here's the problem. Max runs the Maxime Party, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He's the dude. He is the whole party. Yeah.
Right. And so the other problem for the PPC is, what would the PPC be without Max Bernier, right?
They won't exist.
But he's also their biggest problem. So in this way, the PPC would not exist without him. So like, what did Trump do in this last election? He didn't go it alone. He brought in Tulsi Gabbard, right? He brought
fantastic. That's right.
Kash Patel. He brought in all of these amazing people, like RFK Jr., all of these.
So smart.
So it turned into the super league,
dream
right?
team.
Or the justice. Yeah.
Do the same thing here. Get the strongest people, whether we've heard their names or not. We got strong people. We have Melissa Lantzman, Michelle Freire. The Conservative Party has strong people. PCP. PCP is a drug.
Little angel dust there. That's dangerous drug too.
The PPC. Oh God, is they've got strong people too. Get your best and your brightest and come together. We don't want to be dicking around. Look, we dicked around with Jagmeet and Trudeau all these years, right? These two dum-dums. We don't want any more dum-dums.